Hi, I'm Rick Dior, and welcome to this part of my Wicked Percussion Book playthrough series. Today we're going to do a short section of the second act. So we'll start with the Wicked Witch of the East. Before that we have a couple numbers. One is tacit, the other one, 18D, there's Elphaba. That's just a trine and beltree note. Fortissimo, just very simple. One thing you need to realize for this part of the show especially, it's very operatic. In other words, there's a lot of breaks, a lot of tempo changes, a lot of color changes, and there's a lot of timpani and a lot of timpani tuning. So you really kind of have to know this show based on the vocals and the harmony of the chords and everything, so you could hear your pitches accurately on a timpani especially. So I'll play through this for you, and then if I forgot anything, I'll discuss it. But there is one thing I wanted to mention before I play through it, and that's 19A, the Ballroom Transition, which is a pretty tough little number. And that starts with a bass drum cymbal note, and this is one of the places in the show that I will sometimes use a timpani mallet on the bass drum, because there's just not a lot of time. You're going from waterphone to a bass drum cymbal note, and then you got to tune the timpani real quick, and you got this big timpani passage. So when I do that, I will use a heavier mallet like this, and so I can get a little more weight out of the sound of the drum. And then right from there, you go to this tricky timpani little excerpt. So let me play a little of that for you here. You start with a G sharp, and then an E natural. Now sometimes you need to tune that E natural a little sharp because it's very loud, and the brass, who are normally right in front of you, will play a little sharp, a couple cents almost always when they play louder. So I tune that a little sharp so it can sound somewhat in tune, but it varies from night to night with them. So that's something you should keep in mind here. And try to blend into the ensemble, so it's not really a timpani solo. It's legato, but you're playing on a high E, and it's kind of hard to get a long sound. So use soft mallets there. So let me play this whole sequence for you. So you see, and I'll put it up on the screen here so you can see that little thing. It's 3 notes tuning in a row, and you try not to get glisses, because that sounds funny. So you have to move your foot the same time you play the note. So that's how you do that. And all you timpanists know all this anyway. But for those of you who don't play a lot of timpani and find yourself playing one of these shows, everything is heavily mic'd. So if you start doing glisses, when you're tuning, it's going to sound terrible. And the conductor hears everything you're doing because he's got you in his headphones, or her headphones, who's ever conducting. So, those little things will get you in trouble. So be real cognizant of that kind of tuning where you're not glissing, if possible. So we'll play through this whole section for you. And you will see me sitting for a certain part of this playing timpani, because it's just a lot easier with the pedals I have, which are like the old Slingerland pedals. They're in midair, unlike a balanced action pedal, which is down on the ground. So it makes it easier to sit. And there's a couple places in the show that I do that.
First of all, I can't harbor a fugitive. I am an unelected official. And why should I help you? You fly around Oz trying to rescue animals you've never even met, and not once have you ever thought to use your powers to rescue me. All of my life I've depended on you. How do you think that feels? All of my life I've depended on you and this hideous chair with wheels, scrounging for scraps of pity to pick up, and longing to kick up my heels.
Nessa, there isn't a spell for everything. The power is mysterious. It's not like cobbling up a pair of white.
What are you doing? What does that mean? My shoes! It feels like they're on fire! What have you done to my shoes? No! Don't help me.
Oh, Nessa, at last! I've done what long ago I should. And finally, from these powers, something good! Finally! Something good!
Buck! Buck, come quickly!
Buck!
Buck, come here at once!
Nessa, wait! No one can know that I'm here!
What is it, Madam God? You! Buck! Stay back!
Buck! It's just me! I'm not going to hurt you!
You're lying. That's all you ever do. You and your sister, she's as wicked as you are.
Buck!
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about my life. The little that's left of it. I'm not free to leave Munchkin Land. None of us are. Ever since she took power, she's been stripping the Munchkins of our rights. And we didn't have that many to begin with. And do you know why?
To keep you here with me. But none of that matters anymore. Look.
You did this for her.
For both of us.
Oh, Nessa. Nessa, this changes everything.
I know.
Nessa.
Yes.
Oh, Nessa, surely now I'll matter less to you, and you won't mind my leaving here tonight.
Leaving.
Yes, that ball that's being staged, announcing Glinda is engaged to Fiero.
Glinda.
Yes, Nessa, that's right. And I've got to go appeal to her, express the way I feel to her. Nessa, I lost my heart to Glinda the moment I first saw her. You know that.
Lost your heart. Well, we'll see about that.
Nessa,
Did you think I'd let you leave me here flat?
Come any closer!
You're going to lose your heart to me! I tell you, if I have to, I have to! Magic spell you!
Nessa, stop! It's dangerous!
What is she doing?
Pronouncing the words are wrong!
I'm warning you, don't try and stop me or
Oh no, Nessa!
Buck, what is it?
My heart, it feels like it's shrinking.
Alphabet, do something!
I can't! You can't reverse a spell once it's been cast!
Then what will we do? This is all your fault! If you hadn't shown me that horrendous ball!
Hush, will you? I have got to find another spell. It's the only thing that might work.
Save him, please. Just save him. My poor Bach, my sweet, my brave him. Don't leave me till my sorry life has ceased. Alone and loveless here with just the girl in the mirror, just her and me. The wicked witch. We deserve each other.
He's asleep.
What about his heart?
It's all right. He won't need one now. I've got to go to the Emerald City. What happened to those monkeys is my fault. I've got to set them free.
I'm not going back there to save some monkeys. You're going to find the arrow, but it's too late. Elphaba, please don't leave me.
Nessa! I have done everything I could for you! And it hasn't been enough. And nothing ever will be.
Elphaba! Wait! Elphaba!
Where am I? What happened? happened?
Nothing. You just fell asleep, and I...
What's wrong?
It wasn't me! It was her! I tried to stop her! Please, I said... It was Alphabet Black! It was Alphabet!
I recommend playing this last part loud but with soft mallets because all the tones are long. You don't want to use a hard mallet for that. So I hope you grasped the idea of that. Again, lots of breaks, lots of color. That's really the percussionist's job. You're either a rhythm section person or you're the color person. You're doing both, but in this particular sequence of music, it's all color. So we'll be back next time with the next part of this series. Thanks.